Right, now that we've got this cached, I'm just going to go to the bottom here and click on the brain to make sure that we're not simulating. In case I go back and forward and it's trying to simulate, you'll see a message here just to confirm that, right? So let's turn this into a mesh. So the first thing we need is a VDB from particles. I'm going to connect that up. Okay, and we'll probably get an error straight away. So that's because this minimum radius is too high. We need to drop that down to so that we can actually detect the particles. There we go. So we've actually got something there. Let's go to our camera just so we can see from the top. Obviously that's nowhere near what we want so far, so we need to bring the voxel size. You can see the actual voxels there are way too big. Bring that down to 001. There we go. So you can see it's a bit bumpy there, but we've got something going. You can see that's quite cool. You can see the kind of outline of the strawberries there. You get these nice tendrils and drips and some waves in the surface also there. You can see ripples around the edge, which is nice. So we need to go ahead and start working on this VDB now. So let's add a VDB reshape SDF. So what we're going to do here is to dilate. Okay, and to dilate means it's like inflating, make it thicker, to give us more volume. So if I put that up to 3, you should see it swell up. There we go. See that? So the idea is to give us more to work with here. We swell it up first of all and then bring it back to give us something. Obviously this is too thick, these drips are not a realistic scale. We need to bring them down, and we can bring that down with a VDB smooth SDF. I want, where is it? This one. Okay, grab that. And the operation, so just the mechanism for smoothing, we've got different options there. I'm going to use this mean curvature flow, so it will be looking at the curvature of the surface. And I'm going to bump this up to 35. There we go. So it did take a bit of time. I think that was close to a minute just for the one frame for me. But the results are really nice, really smooth, nice details there. We're still keeping the details and the ripples and everything. So we got the VDB worked out. Now convert it into polygons. So just by default, this converts something to polygons. Okay. There we go. So that's now in polygons. You can see if we click I, we got 6 million points, 6 million polygons, right? Perfect. So as this is, it takes a bit of time to process, we'll drop another file cache to cache out our actual mesh. Drop that here. Maybe we should name these. So put file cache particles, and then this one file cache. I just got that actually processed all the way through again, just because I changed the name. It doesn't change anything, but just because I give it a new name there. Anyway, so file cache, we'll put mesh here. Hopefully that won't update again. No, I will now though. There we go. And so we'll get the same range. So the range, if I remember correctly, was so from 60 to 225, right? And the name, so we'll keep it in our geo mesh version 1 dot, and then I'll call this I'll put $F3 dot geo. So we got the right thing again. Load from disk, get an error, load from file, missing frame, no geometry, and then save to disk.